Hey everyone, what's up? Welcome back to Seinfeld's Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories Let's Play. So now for one of the most dreaded vehicle side missions in the Grand Theft Auto series, the Paramedic side mission. So you have to steal an ambulance, which can be located at the hospital, which we've passed by many times down south. I think just east of the Noodle Punk restaurant, and of course directly north of the police station. Or, kill enough people and one will eventually show up, but of course you risk getting a wanted level, so try to steal one from the hospital, which you see me doing in the video, and then once you get into it, click in the R3 button and it'll start the paramedic side mission, which you have 12 levels to complete. Each one you have to save, or the first one, like, you have to save a patient, and each consecutive level after that you have an additional patient that's tacked on. So it's kind of like the Noodle Punk thing where they'll randomly appear on the map and you have to pause to see where they are at and plan your best route. Now with this, the ambulance can only carry up to 3 passengers at a time, so once you get to level 4 you really have to know what you want to do. But also from level 4 and on, let's say for example if you have 2 down south and 2 up north, I'm talking in conjunction with where the hospital is located. Pick up the 2 down south, drop them off, and then you'll also get a time bonus for the first drop off you do, and then pick up the 2 up north instead of doing 2 down south, 1 up north, taking them back to the hospital, and then going back up north to pick up the 4th one. And then you have to take them back down to the hospital. It's just a waste of time. So do what you can down south, drop them off, and then up north. And yes, you will be timed on each mission, and each person you do pick up will also give you a time bonus. And the time bonus will change for each level, just depending on, like, I guess, I don't know what the algorithm is, but like wherever the people are located, the targets are located, it'll kind of judge like how much time you'll need for that mission, I guess, for each pickup. And like I said, with the first drop off you do, you get a time bonus, but any other drop off after that you will not. So be wary of that. So with that BS out of the way, let's get started with the paramedic side mission. Yeah. Okay, so starting off here, I'm at the hospital. Just remember, if ambulance vehicle is not there, drive away for a short distance, come back, and one should have spawned. Either way, just get into it, and as you see, you can be toggled on or off by pressing the R3 button or clicking in the right stick. Do click in the left stick to start the sirens, because it makes it just a little easier to get the vehicles out of your way, because they will stop if they're on the left hand side, or they'll kind of drive out of your way if they're on the right hand side or going in the direction you're going. So here is level 1 with 1 patient to be picked up. Be careful, do not kill the patients or else you will fail. But like I said, there are 3 locations that they can go into, 2 in the back and 1 in the passenger seat. So keep that in mind so you know how to pull up to them. So with that one in there, as you see, got an additional 24 seconds for picking that person up. Then just rush back to the hospital into the marker to drop them off to complete level 1. Simple enough. And then we'll get level 2 here. Let's see. Just have to wait for this bit to end, and then you'll see them on the map. Looks like they're gonna be up north, so yeah, make a right. I mean, again, it's usually best to just pause and see where they are located on the map, or where they spawn on the map, and plan your route accordingly. Excuse me. So here is first one. So he is picked up, and see, you can pick up more patients or take that one to the hospital, but of course, since there's only 2 on this one, we still have 2 more spots in the ambulance. We're going to go ahead and pick up the second person here. And here they are, just coming right back down and around. Lucky enough to get this one correctly. I mean, you can kind of tell how they're positioned on the radar. That's what I went off of, was the radar, because it's not too difficult for the first 2 or 3 missions, but or levels, I guess you could say. So after you pick up the 2, you have to take them back to the hospital, and remember, you are timed for this whole thing, but you do get that time bonus for each person you do pick up, and it shouldn't take too long to get from one end of the map to the other. Definitely less than a minute for sure, unless you just crash into too many things, which of course reminds me, do not crash into a lot of things. Try to be a careful driver because this is the only ambulance that you can go into or use. So as you can see, there are 3 up here north. Now I am going to pick this one to the west first, just because they're right here, and I think I could just... Oh, nope, they're on the other side. See, that's one thing that makes this a little difficult, is that the blips are just so big, it's kind of hard to tell which side they're on, but it's fine. So since I'm pulling up to this person, I'll let them come into the passenger side. There we go. And another thing I almost forgot to mention too is that once they start the animation of opening the door and getting into the vehicle, you can start taking off. Don't do it too soon or else they can still fall out. You can start taking it off to save yourself a couple of seconds. And also, careful with taking too many shortcuts on here. Yeah, you know, there are some, as long as it's like a flat thing, like a flat shortcut, like an alleyway or whatever, then that'll be fine. But otherwise, try to stay on the main roads, because you don't want to risk flipping the vehicle over or anything like that, because like I said, this is the only ambulance you get throughout the entire mission, and it is a process to do. So there you go, and you see I'm getting 30 seconds additional for each one. Now, what I probably should have done on this one is pick these 2 up first, because another good strategy to do is once you get to higher levels, you know, and you pause the game, see what clusters you can pick up, you know, for a good route, and just try to get the ones closest to you first, because a lot of times you'll get a pretty good time bonus there, and then you can start heading out to get the further ones away on later levels. So here we are finishing off level 3, and then I'm just going to go ahead and show level 4, and then I'm going to skip to the final level. So here is level 4. I always like pulling out to the street first to kind of show where, just to be prepared, you know, in case you need to turn left or right. Because we have to do that anyway. So as you can see, I have 3 up north, and the 4th one is down south. So I'm going to go ahead and get these 3 first up north. I'm going to get the little cluster of 2 up here first. Let's see, this person is... Yeah, usually they're on the western side of the road when you go up here. So I'm going to go in front of him, pick him up, drive a little bit more up north. Since they're on the left, I'm going to let them go into the back. And then pick up the 3rd person. See, we're getting 32 seconds for each person we're picking up, and it's boosting up our time pretty well, thankfully. But again, like with this, if you had like 2 south, 2 north, you know, pick up just 2 on either direction, whichever 2 is closest, and then drop them off, and you'll get an additional time boost. Again, I'm just having to pause to see what route I want to take. Route? I guess either way it works. So you can be pausing a lot, just trying to understand the turns. There we go. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make my way down here, picking up the 3rd person, which, yeah, I don't really like this intersection here. It's a little annoying because everything gets so jumbled up, I guess you could say. And come on, really? I forgot about this. Alright, so let me guess, this person... Oh. I thought... Okay, whatever. Anyway, so... now this one is a little bit of a shortcut, but be very careful with taking it because the ground isn't so even. It's quite bumpy. And remember, if you start to lean right, then you want to turn into the lean and as you press the gas, because then it's really considered with the front wheels of the vehicle. If you turn into whichever way the vehicle's leaning towards, like, you know, it's leaning to the right, so I was turning to the right, and it would move the front wheels to the right, and turn them in a way to where it would push the vehicle back to the left. I guess, I don't know, some kind of physics thing like that. So with those 3 picked up, dropping them off here at the hospital, and you'll see I get an additional bonus of 32 seconds. Now I'm going to go and pick up the 4th and final one for this level, and like I said, I'm just going to skip off to the last level, which will be 12 patients. So that's going to be 3, 6, 9, 12. 4 different drop-offs. And like I said, the first drop-off, you get the bonus of whatever bonus you are getting for the patients. Like I said, the drop-off bonus will be the same number of seconds as the patient pickup bonus. seconds. Yeah. So the fourth one is just right down here, not too far, not too bad. Just drive in front of him. I would have, I guess, driven like to the left or whatever, but I didn't want to risk running him over. So with him picked up, just quickly, easily driving back to the hospital. And remember, this is a good shortcut right here because it's just a flat grass lot that you can use, but careful with the lamppost on the other side. And dropping him off for the fourth level to finish. And there we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna again pull out to the street, kind of, or actually I'm just gonna see where they're at, park off, and you see how there's 5, so there's 3 up north, 2 down south. So obviously I'm gonna pick up those 3 and then go down for the 2. So yep, I'm just gonna skip now to the next one. Alright, and here we go with level 12. So, yeah, as you see, they're all kind of all over the place here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 down there, then 1, 2, 3, 4 up there. So just trying to figure out a good way to get these. Yeah, this one I was having a difficult time trying to figure out which way I wanted to go with this. Obviously, the ones up there I'd probably be picking up last, so I really don't remember how I did this, but that would definitely be my last one up there because he's the farthest one away and he's not near a cluster. I mean, if there were more clusters up north, then yeah, I'd be going up north, but there's more clusters down south and you want to try to build up the time as quickly as possible at the beginning of each level. Alright, so I'll probably go with that one, or no, I'll probably go with these 3 first. So, yep, making a left out of here. And just crossing over, and I can see the one to the right there, but this is another little shortcut, but be careful with this because there are some hills in that. You do not want to crash into like walls or anything like that. So there's one, so I'll be picking up the one down there next, and then I think I went back in to pick up the one. As weird as it may sound, the one just southwest of me, on the other side of that thin black line, is kind of the odd one out. I know it may sound weird, but to me I consider that one the odd one out. So since it was part of this little cluster, I went ahead and went to pick that one up, which you will see here shortly. Again, I'm pausing a lot because I didn't really know which way I wanted to go with this. And since I know those 4 down there are pretty close together, I decided to save those for like another trip. So let me just get this going. Yeah, I'm sorry for so many pauses and stuff, but again, it's a really important thing that you pause and really figure out how you want to do this. Since there's no other really easy way to get to this person, I mean, I guess I could have just crossed over the lot. I went ahead and just picked up this person now. Oh god, and I hate the whole sunset look of this. As you see, it's pretty blinding, so you have to just kind of move the camera around until the sun's not in your eyes. I hate that bit. It happens so bad in Vice City. Alright, so there is the group of first 3, and I get the bonus of 24 seconds for that first drop off. And then I'm going to be going down south again, probably picking up that one, and that one, and then I'll probably do that one, and that one to the left. And I'm saying that one, you probably don't know which one I'm talking about, but see, this one I tried going through, but I couldn't make it. And you can go through the bars on the other side, though, if you want to just do a quick left outside of the hospital lot. So, alright, you know what? I think what I'm going to do, instead of showing this, is it's going to take me quite a while, and I really don't know what else to say about this. I mean, I'm pretty sure you get the concept of it. And of course, as you see, throughout the time of doing this, the doors have been knocked off, and that means that the patients will just easily go into it very quickly. So again, as soon as they start the animation of going into it, start driving off to save yourself a few more seconds. And yeah, so with that being said, I'm just going to speed it up from here to get this done and over with. Alright, here we go. another thing I should mention too, as you see, we have the last passenger picked up. As you've noticed, cars do stop sometimes in the worst areas, or drive out of your way, except for police vehicles. They are the only ones that will not obey your sirens for whatever reason. So anyway, there is the final drop-off. Level 12 complete, reward $1,200, and the biggest thing is you'll never tire while running. So, you know, when you sprint and stuff, like holding down the X button or whatever it is, you tend to tire out, but you won't anymore. So with that being done, we'll... Okay, so this is an issue. I'm going to have to pause this again on the screen. This is an issue that has happened that I did not realize until much later on, that... you know how I said there was an issue with the saving or something like that? Like it saved to the same date or whatever in time, as you've seen in the previous video. I had turned the console off after that and then started it back up to record this. And I guess when it starts it back up, it loads it from the earliest save, I guess you could say. So, you know, I had 3 save files there, and it loaded it from before I did the unique stunt jumps. So the percentage is going to be off for a little while until I think video number 16 or something like that. So just go by your own percentage for now, but then we'll get caught up again here soon enough, because I had to redo the unique stunt jumps, but I did not catch it until later on, and I had to redo, like I said, the jumps in order to get the percentage to equal out properly again. So annoying, but yeah, you'll see it though eventually. So anyway, so with that being said, I apologize about that, but with that being said, I love you all, peace out, and until next time, adios.